So,
right now, we have a best of 3 against a Terran and a Protoss player.
Yeah, we have a TvP coming up.
Yeah, we have NjaL versus
Sholdar.
We actually have seen Sholdar in a show match before, I believe.
Yes, he has. We have at least once. I think he actually played twice in our show matches. Do not quote me on that because, as I said earlier, I'm wrong all the time. But I have a feeling that he's been here.
That's a pretty regular law. If you say something, you're probably always wrong.
Yeah, I feel it's better to be prepared that you actually are wrong. So, we're going to look at our players a little more closely. First of all, we have Sholdar.
Yeah, Sholdar being the Protoss player of the best of 3.
Yeah, and as we can see, he has a 0 win % against Terran. Perhaps not the greatest in this matchup, but he has made it all the way to the round of 16.
Yeah, and I mean, it is the finals, and I'm really excited to see what he have in store for us. So, I mean, it could be anything. I've seen his play live before, and he plays really well. And he could possibly make an upset here against our other player, NjaL.
Yes, we're going to look at NjaL. NjaL, a name from an old Viking tale, I believe. Our Terran player. And
Suiting for a Swede.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's one of our players that's not from KTH. He's from Södertörns, and he studied economics and technology.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So he's going to make the money.
Yeah, and he has an 80% win rate against Protoss, which is quite a lot better than 0%.
That's really interesting. I mean, it could be. A good Terran versus Protoss is something really, really pretty to see. And, I mean, if he can operate Vikings and Ghosts and just kill stuff with Stim, that's going to be really entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. And, well... let's see what else he said. He has told us in an interview that he misses his daycare, preschool time, because it was so much easier to make friends back then.
Oh, that's not true.
No, not in esports. Everyone is friends in esports.
Come on, everybody loves each other.
Exactly. So, I'm not sure if we are ready to go to an interview before the game, or if we're going to... apparently we are not. So, PvT. What's the point?
I believe as a Protoss player, I play Protoss and Zerg, and my point of view as a Protoss player is to get a gateway, get a cybercore, get a robo, get an observer, go see what he's up to.
Okay.
And the basic gist of that, at least at my level, is to see if he has a lot of marauders, or if you have a lot of Marines. And if there's a lot of Marauders, I just try to chrono out as many Immortals as I can. And if there's a lot of Marines, well, you have those tall things with lasers. And they have an upgrade called Extended Thermal Lance.
Yeah. We're going to start this match, once we've done a little interview, on Cloud Kingdom. It keeps popping up, and I have no problem with that. I love Cloud Kingdom, as I've said. For TvP, especially, I really like playing TvP on Cloud Kingdom.
Yeah, I mean, it gives great games. I mean, Cloud Kingdom is an excellent map. It is the runner-up or the winner of Team Liquid's map-making contest, I believe.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
And it is just an excellent map to see every matchup. And as Terran versus Protoss is a rare matchup to see these days, I'm really excited to see what the players have in store.
Yeah, me as well. So let's hear what they have to say. So we're going to Ina with the players.
Thank you, dear casters. Welcome to the players so far, guys. How are you feeling?
A little bit nervous, but also quite fine.
Yeah, I guess I'm quite nervous as well. I lost HOTS games to him, so not great.
How do you like HOTS? Have you been playing here? So
I don't like HOTS. I think Wings of Liberty is better.
Okay.
I think that HOTS is pretty funny, but I am quite sad that Terran didn't get that many new units, but I'm really looking forward to it.
I was quite interested in the thing that Fubar said about how much time he spends on StarCraft. How much time do you guys spend every week or every day?
Depends. Like now that I'm studying, I get way too much time, especially when I'm studying in front for like a test or something. Oh, there. So maybe 5 hours a day, or more.
Yeah, no, playing not that much, I guess, but I watch a lot of streams and shit as well, so probably more than I'd say that I think I do, so I guess 5 hours or something, probably.
That's a lot of hours per day. How do you have time to do anything else except study and play StarCraft? Or maybe that's what you do.
Yes.
Yeah.
I read that you met your girlfriend through StarCraft. That is
Yes.
beautiful.
Yes.
Could you tell us about it, or is it personal?
Well, I don't know what to say. She was like community manager or something over the team I joined, and we started talking, and yeah.
One thing led to another.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. StarCraft is love. Thank you, guys. Good luck. Have fun. Wish each other good luck. Yeah. And we're going to go back to the casters and then can start talking about the map choices. Hey.
More applause. We like applause here at
We love applause.
NjaL. Yes. The map choices, as mentioned before, we're going to start this on Cloud Kingdom, and the other two maps available in this set is Ohana and Daybreak.
Daybreak.
So the classics.
Yeah, I mean, I like Ohana. It means go away, and I believe that a lot of players love it.
Yeah. Of course, I understand why our players keep picking these maps over those strange maps that you picked out. Of course, they're comfortable on them. They know them.
Yeah, and I mean, I like the other maps. They like the other maps. But in the previous best of three, we had Neoplanet S in the map pool, but unfortunately, Fubar, too good, man, too good.
Come on, Fubar, couldn't you give us one more game?
Yeah, couldn't you make it more close?
Just
be nice, man.
no one has to know. Just throw it.
Yeah, I mean, like, do a 6 pool, come on, and fail it. Scout in the different location. I don't know.
Yeah, we're waiting for the players to do some more settings so that they can play at their best abilities.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at the schedule for what we're going up for now. After NjaL versus Shoulder, we're going to see Prop Dash. Dash. He's not on Prop anymore, right now, anyway, versus Danne. And then the last game of the day is Doomsday versus Madelisk. And Madelisk is probably the most known player we have here.
Yeah, recently joining Millennium.
Yeah, she was in Quantic, but Quantic disappeared and then reappeared. But in the meantime, she joined.
Yeah. I mean, Zombie Quantic is back, but it's a different team. It's been merged together by Itzkosu and Fornot.
Yeah.
So they have excellent players, actually, like previously... let's see, they have, I believe, previously TSL Center and TSL Hyun.
Well, okay.
So they have a pretty good amount of aces. Also, they have Pokebunny, a regular writer on TeamLiquid.net. And they have Maximus Black, who is famous from Lag TV.
Yeah, when Cheese fails.
Yeah.
And the other series, Will Cheese fail?
Yeah, the not so successful Follow series.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Dream
Madelisk actually just said screw Quantic and let's go with Millennium. Millennium being a really long-living and stable team.
I don't know if you said screw Quantic. Quantic disappeared.
Okay. Zombie Quantic, sorry.
Apropos, as I actually think is an English word, but mentioning Maximus Black.
Yeah.
Dream Duck actually faced him on ladder once and said, "So you're gonna cheese me?" And he said, "No, I don't want to end up on my own show."
That is interesting.
Yeah.
A caster that casts cheese that doesn't know how to cheese. That's really interesting. And as we get our settings underway, I believe that we have our two players in store, NjaL and Shoulder.
We are joining up right now.
Yeah.
So,
do you have any expectations?
Well, I have expectations from NjaL to go lots of Marines. He said he chose Terran because he likes the micro Marines. So
we might see some Marine splitting.
Yeah, I hope so. I guess Banelings.
I hope so as well. I mean, Marines are excellent. Stim Marines are better. Stim Marines with combat shield are the second to best.
And Stim Marines with shield and Medivac.
Yeah, I mean, Medivacs are so excellent. And, I mean, you can pick up your things, you can heal your things. They're just magical in comparison to what other persons can do.
All right, we have some bickering, friendly bickering, I should say, in the chat about which color which player should be.
Unfortunately, that is already been settled, I believe.
Yeah, it's pre-settled. Also, we're gonna remind you that we're on Twitter. Use the hashtag UniSL so everyone can see what we're doing. And, well, I believe our Twitter is University SL Star League, all in one word. But
University SL is
It's a
University
Twitch.
Star League's Twitter, and mine is at SE Swade.
Yes, and mine is at Degbox, which you can find out how to spell. There it is. Not so hard.
Golden production.
Yeah,
Golden.
exactly. But the game is loading, so we shouldn't have to make those kind of silly remarks anymore.
We are loading into Cloud Kingdom, which is an excellent map, a well-known map. And, I mean, I'm excited. This is going to be an exciting match. And I believe we are going to get into the game now.
Yes, let's get into the game. As you can see, Shoulder started off with a good luck, have fun, exclamation mark.
Oh, and y'all answering with that cute smiley.
Yeah, Korean smiley. It looks sort of like the Korean sign for... Oh, what is it? Ah, never mind.
Yeah.
Let's get out to our players. Oh, we have some sort of problem here. Shoulder has requested a pause. He has some sort of problem with the mouse.
Oh, that's unfortunate, but also very, very important. I mean, as someone who plays a lot, I believe that the mouse is more important than the keyboard. And if there's a problem, and as he stated, he wants to micro,
Yeah.
I believe. So, I mean, you should get that fixed before you move on.
Yeah.
Especially in the start of a best of 3. I mean,
Absolutely.
if you're ahead, you don't really care as much.
Especially all the time. Of course, micro is fine, but macro over micro all the time, I feel.
That's true.
Throw
That's
money
true.
on your
If you have
opponents.
more stuff, just kill him.
Yeah, just like Day 9 says. Just go kill him.
Yeah, I mean, there's no need to just hang around. Just go kill him if you have more stuff.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you walk through a couple of storms.
Just go kill him.
Yeah.
It's a friendly community esports.
Yeah.
Just go kill him.
I mean, if you are able to win, go win. I mean, it's so much easier with that.
Yeah.
And, I mean, let's say it. You save time for everyone.
Yeah, you save time for your opponent so you can get into the next game and do better.
Yeah, I mean, and think of all those minutes that he could be using to get better.
Don't you want to help your opponent get better?
Yeah.
Isn't that why we're playing?
Yeah, so you just go there, take your roaches, and own his ass.
Yeah, just go kill him.
Yeah,
I feel this bit is getting old.
probably.
Yeah.
We still have some internal issues with the mouse,
Yeah,
but...
we're working on it. We're working on it.
Yeah. So, have you played Heart of the Swarm any?
Well, I have had the beta installed on my computer for 2 months, and I have played 0 games.
0 games?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
There's
hasn't been
probably
time.
some people that are really, really mad at you because you have a beta key and you don't use it.
Well, no. I just got the beta key because I pre-ordered. So no. I'm not taking anyone's beta key. By the way, if you're here in Stockholm and want to swing by, you can try Heart of the Swarm here at KTH. We have it set up. We also have a small tournament.
Yeah,
going.
called Kerrigan Cup.
Yeah.
It is for all players, even those who aren't in the main tournament.
Yes, anyone can join. And the winner gets a Heart of the Swarm Collector's Edition.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I should have entered. It's
Yeah,
too late now.
You should have entered.
I actually haven't pre-ordered mine yet.
Yeah, I was there before Theowide and Dash was playing their game in Kerrigan Cup.
Yeah.
Which draw a lot of attention. I was feeling, no, you can't do this now. We have a game in the real tournament in the other room. Play this later when we're on break.
And then we went into the main room, and it was full.
Yeah. But still,
it's quite cool.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. There seem to be a lot of problem with that mouse. They can't seem to get it sorted.
Yeah, unfortunately. I also have a beta key, actually.
You do? Have you
Yeah.
played any?
I have gotten GM once, and then I got kicked out because of a reset.
Okay. We're going to try to start it again and see if things goes better. So, we're going back into the game. And not much have happened, but Shoulder declares that, yes, now his mouse is fine. So, let's do it. In the upper right corner, wearing blue trunks, we have vMGSholdar. And there he is, wiping the sweat off his brow. It's nerve-wracking being in those booths.
Yeah, I haven't actually tried getting into those booths, but I would like a new profile pic for my Facebook and my Twitter.
Yeah, and sitting in a booth playing would be rather nice.
It would look rather awesome.
Yeah.
In the bottom left corner, in the red trunks, give it up for our Terran player, NjaL.
NjaL the Viking. Looking
Yeah.
sinister.
Sebastian.
Yeah, I think everyone looks sinister in this camera. Ooh. You saw that?
Ooh, that was a mean look.
Yeah.
Did you know that Sebastian is my middle name?
No, I did
So
not.
I have a connection with this dude.
Ah.
I know everything he's about to do.
Yeah, did you know I play Terran as he does?
No.
I also has a connection.
Mine's better.
Yeah, sure. Your connection is better.
We see Shoulder getting the standard gateway and
Curious pylon placement.
Nah, I mean, it's time saver if you want it there. And the pylon at the bottom or at the top of the cliff overlooking his natural is really excellent for scouting if there's an XCV coming or if there's early marine pressure and such.
Yeah. On NjaL's side, we see nothing spectacular so far. Everything is very standard. That SCV in the naturals, of course, going to do a 1-Rax expand very shortly here.
And we have another SCV just moving across the map and going to check out what Shoulder is up to.
Yes, and it took a rather curious scouting pattern, actually.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
it
not,
could be ordinary for NjaL, but I mean, it could be to scout out if there's any proxies.
Yeah, by the second expansion, by the third base, there's a very common place for proxy pylon and proxy gates and everything like that.
Yeah.
I learned that the hard way. I have to check that one.
NjaL being excellent with scouting. He had his marine, his first marine, and just poked out into the watchtower and went back after he took a look.
Yeah, he
So,
saw
I
no
mean,
probe coming.
This is excellent play by him. I really like this.
Yeah.
We have Selot Stalker coming out for Shoulder. This is a good way to put on some pressure, and we see Shoulder taking down and putting down that Nexus.
You want to hear a Selot joke?
I would.
A Selot walks into a bar and says, "My wife's for change." No, I messed it up.
Oh God.
Yeah, that went well. That went really well. I'm going to try it again in a couple of minutes when I remember what it is.
Well, I
remember the
did
start of
laugh,
it.
so that's a win.
Well, yeah.
And-
I'm sure someone laughed at me elsewhere, so that's good.
Probably. And here we have Shoulder doing a little bit of Selot Stalker pressure, but with that bunker, he is not going to get in or do any kind of damage. He might pick up an SCV or something.
Oh,
if he
no,
runs up.
he was ordering his Marines to fire on that neutral supply depot. So, well, Shoulder actually got a shot off free.
NjaL actually did something that I'm really, really liking. He scouted out, or he saw the units at his front and popped out of the bunker and tried to hunt them down. It's really important to punish the Protoss when they go for the Selot Stalker pressure and try to kill the units. And ordinarily, you are able to get the Selot if it comes close enough, because it takes some time walking up to the bunker, and then it takes some extra time trying to run away.
Yeah, there's an excellent little strategy where you rush the concussive shell and you hide a Marauder on the side, so that when the Stalker comes in, you ambush it from the back and takes out the Stalker early.
Ah. And right now we have Shoulder going for Immortals without an Observer. And I'm really interested why he's doing this. I mean, it gives him extra security, but he has no scouting. He has no scouting available as of this moment. except for what he did when he poked into the front. And I don't know, if I were him, I would get an Observer, which is finishing any second now, of course. And I mean, he's taking an extra gas. He is going to get a robotics bay.
Yeah, he's going Colossi.
This
Two base Colossi, not that rare.
he could actually do some pressure with this if he's fast enough. But I mean, NjaL looks excellent. He has his reactors set up. He has his tech lab researching STEM. He has Marauders on the way, and he has a factory on the way. The factory is just to get the starport.
Do you know what NjaL's done? He's delayed his factory by, excuse me, by getting the +1 weapons before the factory. That's not the standard way, but I'm.
It's a variation of the standard way.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, this could just. It gives him an earlier +1, which gives him an upgrade advantage, which is really important versus Protoss.
But he gets his medevacs later.
Yeah, and I mean, he hasn't done anything aggressive. He hasn't poked out, like a combat timing or stim timing. So, I mean, this just benefits him overall.
Yeah. NjaL is throwing down his third command center, but the Observer from Sholdar spots it right away.
Oh, and he could actually just pick it off. Does he have the energy?
If he sees it, when it's standing still, it's very hard to see. Of course, when it's moving, it's a lot easier.
Yeah. If we take a look at NjaL's cam, he actually... He doesn't see it, I believe. No.
Well, no, because that command center has a very low range when it's building. Of course, the SCV should see it.
Yeah. And here we have some Marines trying to kill that stalker that's poking.
They've been going at it for a while now. Now that he puts a Marauder in the mix, it's probably going to go down. Especially since the Marauder... No, it does not have concussive shell. Well, he's going to secure this watchtower, see that the stalker is leaving, and then go right back home.
Yeah, and I believe that Shoulder is trying to hit some type of defensive timing, as if NjaL is going to push out with his medevacs. And, I mean, he has a large army, so why wouldn't he be aggressive with this?
Yeah.
And there he goes. So, he's going to try and poke into the front of Shoulder right now.
Yeah, he's going to time this with a combat shield, of course.
Yeah.
He also has a scouting factory out. Those can be very nice when you land it and create artificial choke points in the middle of the battle.
It's also very good for absorbing shots from units that are in the
absolutely.
back. And, I mean, he is going to go up to a third and expect a third.
Shoulder sees that it's coming up there, so he's prepared now. But he doesn't have that much of an army, actually.
No, I mean, this is really dangerous. If NjaL would have stimmed earlier...
But a Colossus pops out.
And here's the Colossus with the extended firm lance, and there's another Colossus, and he's just going to get annihilated if he continues this.
If NjaL had hit 10 seconds earlier, of course he wouldn't have a combat shield then, but he could have done a lot of damage, I feel. Like he could have wiped out the Stalkers and the Marauder, and probably got some probes in the natural.
I feel that if NjaL would have stimmed earlier, he could have killed every sentry.
Perhaps, but Shoulder is pushing out. NjaL is in full retreat, and we're going to see if we have another large battle here. It looks like they're going down versus the third. As I said, if you have a third, there's where the battle's going to be. And Shoulder is marching in. And NjaL's not reacting. He's not doing anything.
NjaL can't do very much against this, actually. I mean, he has a low count of Vikings. I believe he has 4. No, he actually only has 2. So this is really dangerous. I don't believe that NjaL can do anything about this.
No, but he only has 1 sentry, so he can't force fill off properly.
He could just pop a Guardian Shield.
Yeah.
Oh, but those are good force fields.
And a lot of SCVs could die here. A lot of the army is dying actually, but he does not have enough to break this. But a big swipe of Colossus, and he's killed 27 workers.
Oh, and this is just excellent by Shoulder. He's just moving ahead in supply. He has another pylon set up, and the next warp in should just be the nail in the coffin.
Oh, and a lot of SCVs dying on the high ground needlessly over there.
NjaL just skydiving in supply right now and lifting up his natural, and I believe this is the end.
Oh, yes. Shoulder has a double supply of NjaL, and this keeps reinforcing. Another Colossi comes in, more Zealots coming in. More Zealots on the high ground as well. Oh, he has a proxy pylon.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
I don't. There is nothing that NjaL can do here.
No. The infrastructure is falling. He has no army. He has 2 Vikings and 2 Marines. 3 Vikings actually, but no, this is over. Sholdar has taken the first game. What a nice counter push, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, it was really it did what it seemed to be designed for.
Yeah.
Just take the Terran, bait their army, and kill it.
And all the SCVs are coming into the fight. He's gonna.
Oh, but those are just candy for the
yeah.
Colossi, and this is over since long ago.
Yeah.
And we are going to see GG in just a matter of seconds.
And he's throwing down a mule, and GG won. GG for game 1.
Yeah.
Sholdar takes game 1 with a very convincing counter push.
Yeah, I mean, it was beautiful play, and at first I was a little bit worried, but I mean, he just handled that perfectly. Nice force fields, a late stem by NjaL, and overall, excellent play.
Yeah, absolutely. The next map is going to be Daybreak, and Daybreak in TvP. We've seen some really long macro games on that map in that combination before.
One particular match that falls into my mind is the MLG meetup with Naniwa versus Flash.
Oh, yes.
Naniwa played excellently, and
The
they
second
had
one, right?
the second.
I think he lost the first one, and the second one was the... never mind.
He won on Cloud Kingdom with an excellent flank. He split up his army in 3. As we all know, Daybreak has 3 main passages, 1 to the top, 1 to the bottom, and 1 in the middle. The middle is covered with rocks. If you take down the rocks, you have 3 main highways. Naniwa split up his armies in 3 little forces and went around. And he was able to just get so much of Flash's army off guard and managed to storm large portions of it.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful play by him.
It was a great game.
Yeah.
I remember it. It was...
I mean, beating Flash in a macro game.
Yeah, I was at work. I had it in a small window down in right on the screen, so now I can see it.
I mean, it's good that you are handling your assassin skills and just being small with the things that you love.
Yeah, the players are getting ready. They seem to be ready, so we should be going into the game momentarily.
We have a countdown in the move, and
Yes, we
do you
have.
think NjaL can actually do something against this?
Well, I was going to ask you, do you think NjaL is going to change his approach now that he's down a game?
I believe that he might go for earlier medevacs.
Yeah,
That
probably.
hurt him a bit. If his medevac would have had... if his medevac push would have been happening earlier, I believe he wouldn't have faced off against 2 Colossi with extended thermal lens, and that could have changed the pace of the game.
Absolutely.
And speaking of the game, we are going to get into it.
Which we already are. So, the game on Daybreak, this awesome map, at least with the supply depots, otherwise it's not that balanced, I feel. Anyway, let's start it off with up in the right corner in the blue trunks. We have vMGSholdar. Looking convincing, I would say.
He looks calm.
Yeah, he knows what's going to happen.
He looks chill.
Yeah.
And do keep in mind, our players are on a stage, and we have seen quite a bit of pressure being put on them, seeing as they aren't accustomed to this. And in the bottom left corner is actually 1 game away from elimination. Give it up for NjaL.
NjaL, who's looking even more determined this time.
Yeah, I mean, he had a frown the last time. Now he's just focused.
Yeah,
super
stone
focused.
gaze.
Yeah.
Iron gaze, even. I talked to a lot of players out back here, and several of them noted that it's so different to play in a booth, on a stage, in front of people.
Yeah. I mean, it is. Can you imagine the difference between playing in a not center area in a venue and the difference with being on a stage in a box where people look at you?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you're being set on display. And I mean, that's the beauty of it, is this is esport, and this is for the viewer's pleasure. So putting them up as the pros that we think they are is just a step above where they used to be.
Yeah, I think I remember Naniwa talking about the first times he played on stage. It was well, different.
Yeah.
That it took some time getting accustomed to. And if he didn't, then I'm sorry. before this gets too deep into the game, I remember the joke now. Do you want to hear it?
I do want to hear the
Yes.
sellout joke.
A sellout walks into a bar and shouts, "My wife's for hire." And the bartender replies, "How much does he charge?" There we are. All credit to Reddit. There we are.
Oh god.
You could say that I'm blaming Reddit for that one, but
You could be. At the same time, I believe that it's... Oh god, it's...
let's leave it.
We have a proxy pylon by
Quick
Shoulder right
proxy
now.
pylon by Shoulder.
Do you know what I believe this is?
No.
I believe this is a proxy robo.
Oh, like we saw Mille do.
Like we saw him do, like we
Her.
saw... Oh, sorry. Like we saw her do, like we saw Naniwa do versus Flash on Entombed Valley.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I mean, oh, and here we have the robotics bay, the robotics facility. I'm sorry, and I mean, this is just going up, and probably will be an immortal push and trying to break the natural and just kill.
Probably. But NjaL had his SCV going in large circles in Shoulder's base for a long time. He might have noticed that something was missing, because he was in there for a long time, as I said.
Yeah, and here we have 2 extra gates for Shoulder, and this is just, I wouldn't say standard, but it's standard for what it is.
It's not standard, but it's standard.
Yeah, and now that NjaL actually scouted out where the probe came from, I
might
believe
find it.
he should move into that
Oh,
third
but
area.
Shoulder is going to distract him with a Zealot and a Stalker, so he can't.
Oh.
He has to stay home and defend.
Excellent mind trick. I mean, putting on some pressure is an excellent way to get a player to forget about what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
In this case, it's scouting. He saw something fishy, he didn't scout as soon as he was pressured.
But NjaL is smelling something. He's putting down that second bunker, which of course he would like not to be able to do. He would like to use those 100 minerals for something else.
Yeah.
While the first Immortal is going to drop in here any second. Do you think he's going to go with 2 Immortals?
I believe he's going to go with 2 Immortals. Now that Gateway's finished, he's probably going to warp in a round of sentries. And then he's going to warp in...
Well, some.
Yeah, a sentry.
He has the gas, so I would have expected
He
more sentries
needs
as well.
the sentries to force field of the workers,
Yeah.
so they can't repair the bunkers. All of more stalkers, and I mean...
Here we go, come on, force field. Nice force fields.
There's
First
one
bunker falls
bunker.
right away, and the other guy's got a fall even faster, I believe. The
Oh,
Immortals
God.
are shredding it right away. NjaL is retreating up to his main base. He's got to raise the supply depot.
And
which he
Stim
does.
Pack is only halfway done. This is
Oh.
terrible
This
for
looks
NjaL.
very, very grim. He can repair for how long he wants, but of course he's going to lose SCVs while he's doing that. He is
And-
building a bunker in his main.
As soon as the third Immortal comes, he's just going to pop
Yeah.
up and kill everything.
I think Shoulder is not pushing in because he only has 1 force field, but another sentry is joining the fight, and even one more. So, here he goes.
And
Yeah,
force
he-
field.
he doesn't even need
it. And I believe that this is probably GG as
Well,
soon as he
he
kills
has,
a more.
has a lot of Marines, and that Immortal might fall right away. One
Yeah,
of
but
the-
he has
okay.
another one, and he
Yeah.
has the
Yeah,
Warp Prism follow.
Of course, NjaL is as good as dead here, but well, it might. If NjaL wished, he could drag this out for another minute at least.
I mean, he does have 4 barracks, and oh no, this is so bad.
Yeah, he can't get a bunker up. He's fighting with most of his SCVs.
Those Immortals are just doing so much terrible damage.
And he's losing SCVs everywhere, down to 14,
Oh, and
13,
targeted
12.
with Warp Prism. That's excellent.
That's very nice, very nice. Actually, these Marines, yes, again, they will push away, but...
Now that's
but
still
then again,
finished.
Again, Shoulder doesn't have an expansion, so they're on equal economy, except that, of course, he killed a lot of SCVs, so he only has 13.
Yeah.
But Immunes is going to even that out. And here he goes again, he takes out the Immortal that's not that important right now. And actually, he's pushing this away, and he has his expansion ready, which Shoulder does not.
Yeah, and I don't know what I would do in this situation.
No.
I mean, Stim Marines are extremely dangerous.
Yes, and they also
we
have
actually,
+1.
Yeah, and we have +1, and we have the Medivacs on the way. And as soon as the Medivacs
On the way, the starport is on the way, so it's a bit.
I
quite a
mean-
bit off. He's going to be contained here until the medevac comes out.
Yeah, and as soon as he has 2 Medivacs, I mean, this is deadly. as he could just walk across the map when he has Medivacs.
There comes the expansion from Shoulder. He realizes
So
that
late.
he can't push this right now.
This is actually so late.
Yeah.
And
What do you think about a bunker on the high ground now?
he doesn't need it, to be honest. He could just continuously produce Marines and Marauders and just do his thing. He doesn't need to produce more.
I
bunkers.
would love to see NjaL take this from here because it would be an excellent comeback. He has the Medivacs coming now. Two of them.
And he also has the production set up for him. He is producing 5 units at a time, plus workers.
And Shoulder realizes that he's got to go home. He can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
So NjaL's going to land his expansion right away and actually has it working before Shoulder. And he's almost caught back up in workers and with the mules. Yeah, he has more income than Shoulder at this moment. So
Of course, it's Terran.
Yeah, he held this push.
Excellently.
Yeah, very
And
nice.
He is actually ahead in supply right now by 13, and by this stage, this is actually a great amount of supply.
Yeah.
And I mean, he supply block Shoulder. This is bad at this stage of game.
Yeah.
You need flawless macro at this moment to maintain or extend your lead.
So
And
he has no tech. Shoulder has no tech. He's going for the robotics bay and a new facility, but he only has gateway units. And NjaL has Marines, a Marauder, and 2 Medivacs. An upgrade advantage.
as soon as NjaL stims up Shoulder's ramp,
Yeah.
or goes around and goes through the third, I believe that this is going to look horrible.
But look, he
for
only
Shoulder.
has 4 sentries and some zealots.
You know what
has
he
nothing.
could just do? He could just lift his stuff and just drop on top of the army.
Yeah, he could, because there's basically no anti-air. Now the 5 Stalkers coming in to change that. But he could still...
and
he's scared about going up that
He
ramp.
baited up the last force field.
And I
this
would be
is-
scared as well.
He should clear up the watchtower, actually. Does he see that?
And there he goes. He comes in through the force fields and he's taking out everything. You know what? I think this could go on for a lot longer. Or NjaL.
And
he's
he's
dancing.
dancing.
He's dancing the Marines after this excellent hold and comeback.
This-
The probes. What? He just threw away those probes. And
GG, well played, and
a spectacular comeback from NjaL. And we're going into an ace match.
we are going into an ace match. And, I mean, an excellent hold.
I was so sure this was over. He had no SCVs. He had 13 SCVs against, 24, but still.
Excellent. I mean, that was so good to watch.
Yeah.
He held that perfectly, and then he just ramped up his production, and he had Medivacs, he had Stim, and he had stuff.
That was amazing.
And yeah, I mean, with one upgrade at that stage, with so many Marines, and remember, Marines hit very, very quickly. So every Marine benefits a little bit of a +1 when you have a lot of Marines killing a lot of the stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty huge.
Yeah.
That's so good.
NjaL, for Terrans everywhere. Yes. Yes, I will hug you later. When we're not gaming.
Shoulder, for when you see this. Dude, what the hell?
Don't be mean.
Yeah, and the last map in the series, what is it?
It is Ohana, which means family.
I don't like that.
Yeah, but it does.
Fuck.
Have you seen the awesome picture of a Marine saying Ohana means family, and a zealot slapping him saying all my family's dead?
God, you're just full of self-jokes, aren't you?
That wasn't a zealot joke, it was a zealot reference, or a reference to an image of a zealot.
Yeah, and I can probably imagine it's pretty funny.
It is. It's like Batman slapping... Well, anyway.
Batman slapping Robin, that's your analogy?
Yeah.
Into the game we go.
Into the game we go. On Ohana, it's the second time we've seen Ohana today, I believe.
Yeah.
It's at least one we casted. So we're going to start in the lower right corner this time. It is occupied by our Terran player, who's playing in red, and his name is NjaL. Yeah, there he is. So he's up a game. He has some wind in his sails. He's on the way forward.
Yeah, and I mean, God, I want a Terran to move on.
Yeah.
But this guy is actually pretty good himself.
Yeah, we have a Theoide as well. Well, also, we have, sorry, I'm going to take this, we have vMGSholdar playing the blue Protoss. And he's not looking quite as calm as he was in the first game.
He looks a little bit worried.
Yeah.
With understandable intentions.
Yeah, he has to have thought, haha, I got it. I'm in the round of 8. And then what?
I breached your natural. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
that hold was so good.
Yeah, and that counter push. I mean, it looked magical.
Yeah, both these games have been won on counter pushes.
Yeah.
Both have been, haha, I got you. No, you don't.
I believe that the first game perhaps was more like, oh, I'm gonna poke you now. Oh shit, Colossi. And I mean, getting caught with your pants down in that game could have been nice by NjaL. But imagine the feeling of countering an Immortal all-in, a proxy Immortal all-in by that.
Yeah.
And just annihilating his natural.
Dude, we did get some early gas from NjaL this time.
That could be indicative of either an Hellion drop.
Well, earlier, but it's not Wonder Axe Expand.
No. I mean, it is one gas, so personally I would expect a Hellion drop based on the matchup and the timing of the gas. But he's building a second barracks.
Yeah, we saw Theoide did this as well. He took a gas and then 2 barracks.
Clearly it's Mass Reaper.
Of course it's Mass Reaper.
And he's building a reactor.
5 racks Reaper into Marauder.
A reactor on a barracks with no tech and 1 gas.
Oh, he thinks it's harder to swarm when you don't need a tech lab for the Reaper.
Clearly.
Clearly.
If we look at shoulder space, we have the cybernetics core finishing. He's trying to hunt down the SCV.
And
he's taking a second gas. I mean, this is all pretty similar to what he's done previously. And he is not chrono boosting out anything as of this moment. I believe he wants NjaL's SCV to leave. Oh, and he cancelled the gas. This is probably going to be a 4-gate.
Mind games.
No. He chrono boosts into the probes. This is going to be a 1-gate expand.
Oh, still mind games.
Yeah.
I like it.
I really like it.
Yeah. But there's going to be a lot of Marines here, and the stim is going to start right now, right? It's going to start the stim reset. No, concussive shell.
This is ramping up to be a very interesting game.
Oh, wait, I've seen this build.
Well, where have you seen it?
I do not remember, but I have seen this build.
And he's
you push with two Marauders and the concussive shell.
And Sholdar is putting down a robotics facility. If he gets out an early Immortal, this is going to be golden.
Yeah, but if it doesn't get out an early Immortal, this could spell trouble.
It probably is trouble since... Oh, and he's bringing SAVs. This is... Oh, and he scouts it.
But I think it's just bringing the SAVs... Why is he bringing 4 SAVs? Okay.
It's a meat shield.
Yeah, of course.
Come on, you're Terran.
Yes, I am familiar. He should start his stim as soon as he can, I think.
Yeah.
Well, okay, this is gonna be hard for Shoulder to hold.
And he cancels the Nexus. This is really important.
NjaL only needs to do a little bit of damage for this to be worth it.
And the problem right now is that...
Oh, and he's trying to wall off. He's trying to wall off with
Sholdar doesn't have a sentry. He can't let the Terran walk up, but he can't actually...
he's gonna get a wall. No, he's not gonna get the wall. Very nice hold position micro. This looks bleak. He has 1 Stalker. But there you go. Warp gate just finished. That's the only thing going right for Shoulder right now.
Oh, and he's targeting the robotics facility. Excellent move.
Yeah,
and he's getting a bunker.
That is an offensive bunker.
Nah, I believe that's really good. If he gets it up, it's basically GG to all of those production.
That's offensive bunker.
Oh,
the Immortal is out.
And he's pulling probes. And he's rallying stuff across the map. And this is just... It's insane the amount of damage he could do.
Nice to see a very aggressive build from Terran versus Protoss.
Oh, and Shoulder picks away at the SCV that was building the bunker. Excellent move.
Very nice. So, and it's almost done as well.
Let's not forget, he has production behind this, and his stim is underway.
And Shoulder is losing so many probes right now. 9, I think. No, 8 has gone down.
Excellent warp in by Shoulder behind the army of NjaL.
Yeah, very nice. But now there's only Stalkers and he has Marauders and Marine Pieces. Oh, this can't end well for Shoulder. But we said that last game as well.
Yeah, I mean, if Shoulder is doing a magical comeback, this is the time.
If he is, then this is the greatest series so far today.
Oh, and this is so
actually,
close.
I was starting to think that he might hold this, but Stim can't be far away now. No. Stim is going to finish in a couple of seconds.
Stim is going to finish in a matter of 5 seconds, and as soon as that is scouted, I believe that it's just over. There's too much micro possibilities, and the damage output is going to be devastating.
The concussive shell is what...
And now we have Stim, and why isn't he stimming? Come on, Stim, damn it!
He doesn't know he has it yet. I think he has forgotten. He doesn't know he's finished. And the sellers go down. He has another Immortal coming out right now.
Yeah, that Mortal is going to be worth gold.
Yep.
And I don't know if I like this situation. I believe he should just stim in and target the Immortal.
NjaL has more SCVs coming in here to finish that bunker.
So smart. And they are actually going to be able to repair the damage that has been dealt on it as well.
Oh, did you see that? The Immortal was trying to finish down the bunker.
And he's repairing.
Well, smart choice by Shoulder getting those 2 SCVs right away. But still, this looks bleaker and bleaker. But yet again, we said that last game. And
but he's targeting the robotics facility. It's going down, and there it's gone.
But still, he hasn't got any forces here anymore.
Yeah,
Is he using Stim?
No. Why isn't he using Stim?
No, but NjaL has gone back to SCV production behind this. He has realized that this doesn't... okay.
I mean, he is ahead in SCV production, and he has mules.
Yeah.
But it isn't a huge advantage.
No.
He has his natural down on the other hand, and that is huge.
That
He
is
has
the huge
he has
advantage,
double SCV production, and he has double mules. And he's going to be able to put up extra production facilities.
Yeah.
His factory is almost done, which is giving him a little bit of time away from having...
He's adding on more barracks, and the starport's going to come down any second. It has to. So he gets medivacs, and then, of course, Shoulder is so far behind in tech. He has to rebuild his robotics facility.
Yeah. And, I mean, his Nexus is halfway done, but he's so far behind.
Yeah.
And I don't know, actually.
Well, we're in a bit of a down part here, while both parties try to macro up instead.
I know. I believe that as soon as we get medivacs on the field, we are going to have another push.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And
definitely.
I believe that he is going to remember that he has stim this time.
Yes. Perhaps that was why he wasn't stimming. But still, one stim in the early parts of that rush could have meant the end of the game.
Yeah.
I strongly think so.
And right now we have one medevac on the way.
Yeah, he's waiting for the gas for that one, I think.
Yeah?
No, perhaps not. Well, he's macroing up. If you look at the army tab, we can see that, NjaL is ahead, not by a lot.
Yeah,
however, in the income tab, it's quite a difference. NjaL is pulling double that off Shoulder at the moment.
Impressive. And as soon as he gets that second gas up, or the third gas on the natural, he's going to ramp up the medevac production. And, I mean, he's getting +1 armor, and all of this is just... It's on its way to becoming a great last nail in the coffin.
Yeah, it has to be. I don't know. Come on, more medevacs. Come on, you can do it. Yes, do it. Because, of course, the medevacs, that's what makes the bioball so viable.
Shoulder actually has a pylon on NjaL's third, but I don't know if it's going to survive for that long.
No.
Based on NjaL's vision, he just scouted it out, so that is going to be taken away in a matter of seconds.
His third as well. He's not planning to just end this with a rush.
When you're ahead, get more ahead.
Artosis, right?
I have no idea.
I do believe it's Artosis.
It's some coster.
Yeah, I think it's Artosis. But now he is pushing out. And, he's waiting for the third medevac. No, he's not fourth. He actually has the third, but he's not bringing it. But this is a lot of bio, and Shoulder has... Well, he has a lot of sellers, but not a lot of anything else.
Shoulder has actually just been released from a huge supply block. And
Yeah, but he has a lot of force fields, so he can delay this for quite some time.
Yeah, but I don't know if he can hold... But
Colossi come out. That could... well... He actually needs about 2 or 3 to make this work, but still, it's better than nothing.
It is better than nothing. But, I mean, that supply block just did so much. I don't know if Shoulder can get back in the supply count, which gives NjaL a huge opportunity to just do a massive amount of damage.
He's working more sentries and more zealots. So, well, of course, with a lot of zealots, you can have a very good meat shield. So,
and here's
here comes the bio. He immediately snipes the Immortal and the Colossus. So now he's just kiting back, taking out all the zealots. And when the zealots gone, he's just gonna
nice force fields. But those force fields doesn't matter actually.
Now, well, it helped. He made the damage last a lot longer. But now, no. He has too many Marauders. Oh, he's gonna snipe another Colossus as it comes out, and down it goes after one swipe only. And these Stalkers is not gonna last for long. Oh, and the probes coming into the fray. This is the second time he's pulled his probes. Come on, kite back, and more zealots coming. He can't hold this a second time.
He can't hold this.
Can't hold
this is stemmed Marines and Marauders.
And there we are, the GG. NjaL turns it around and comes out 2-1. Very nice work, especially the hold in the second game. Amazing.
Another Terran player coming through.
Yes, another Terran player coming through. Very good, NjaL. I'll see you out there.
And this is incredible. I really like this. He's a player that knows what he's doing. He knows when to push, and when he does, it's really devastating.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, it's just I can't beg for much more than that. It has been excellent games as of late, and this is just getting better, folks.
Yeah, 2 games here that looked like it was going to be short, over, right away, and not that interesting. But both turned out to be very interesting with big swings back and forth. Very interesting. Also, as I said, a Terran that goes aggressive against a Protoss early on. I've seen that build, but it's a long time ago.
To see.
Yeah.
It isn't ordinary, because many Terrans are like, well, I'm going to get my command center, and then I'm going to build my bunker, and then I'm just going to continue into that.
I think for most Terrans versus P, the choice is, do I go 1 expand, or do I go double expand?
Yeah.
That's the choice of openings. Anyway, we did see something else, a 1-base play from a Terran.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, and the early concussive shells and the Marauders and the Marines.
I like it. Space Duck told me that play. No, sorry, Soup Duck. Soup Duck taught me that play, actually.
Interesting.
Yeah, but let's hear what NjaL thinks about it. Let's go to Ina.
Yes, let's hear what NjaL thinks about it. And I have to say, I was really nervous for most of those games. How are you feeling?
Well, I'm a bit shaky, to be honest.
Obviously.
Like that last game, that build is designed to punish a fast-expanding Protoss.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, he is making 2 assimilators. Let's just hope that he is faking like some 1-base. But turns out it worked anyway, so...
Closer.
Sorry.
Oh, well, you... In the first match, you lost, and then you can see your face. You were like really determined. I'm not gonna lose this.
Oh,
I'm
did
gonna
you see
come
my
back.
face?
Yeah, we saw your face.
Oh, shit.
And then you were in a really tight spot in the second game, and you turned it around.
Yeah, shit. I thought I had lost that game as well. I was like, oh my god, I never hold this strat on the ladder. Let's just lift it all up and hope that I do it. And I think it was really close. But somehow I think I got a little bit lucky, so maybe.
Yeah, you were really, really hanging in there. I think a lot of players would have GG'd earlier, maybe. Or what were you thinking?
I'm thinking, oh my god, did I... because I scouted the place where he had placed his robo earlier, but he must have placed it after I scouted. So it's like, shit, I'm going down, because you have to put your supply depots in your main base if you're going to hold that. But somehow...
Third game, super intense, very aggressive play. He held the first push, and then you came back. What were you thinking?
I was thinking, well, I really hope I don't mess up my macro, because I was looking back and like, oh shit, I haven't expanded and I have like 700 minerals and I have to micro all the time. And when I went back to try to macro, I had lost like a lot of stuff around the bunker, so...
Great, fantastic game, really, really intense, and congratulations.
Thanks.
So we're going to take a 5-minute break, and this time we mean 5 minutes, so don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.